Hello everyone, welcome to Harshi Academy. Today I am going to teach basic logic principles. Lesson 2 in digital electronics. Let's see inverters and logic gates. Why we need logic gates? A logic gate is an idealized or physical electronic device implementing a Boolean function. And also, logic circuit includes such devices as multiplexers, registers, arithmetic and logic units, that's mean ALU, and computer memory, and all the way up through complete microprocessors. Let's do little exercise. Now, if you don't have a book and pen, then stop the video and take a book with a pen. This is a little exercise. Look at the basic logic gate given, then remember your A level and draw the truth table. First one, AND gate. Then stop the video and draw the truth table for AND gate. This is truth table for AND gate. You can see the output column. When both input are high, then output come to high. In the logic gate, 1 represent high level, 0 represent low level. The second one is OR gate. Then this is the truth table for OR gate. Here you can see when both input are 0, then output come to 0. Otherwise, output is high level. Output is 1. Third one is NOT gate. It is very easy and simple gate. Then input is 0, output come to 1. When input is 1, then output is 0. I think now remember your A level. Then keep in mind these logic gate symbols. Let's see NAND gate. This gate is created as combination of NOT and AND gate, which is equal to an AND gate followed by a NOT gate. The output of all NAND gates are high if any of the inputs are low. Keep in mind this highlighted point. This is the symbol for NAND gate. When we talk about AND gate, we say it output as A dot B. Then NAND gate output is A dot B bar. Like this. When both inputs are 1, then output is 0. If both inputs or one input is 0, then output come to high. That means output is 1. Keep in mind this NAND gate. Next one is NOR gate. This is a gate combination of a NOT and OR gate, which is equal to an OR gate followed by a NOT gate. The outputs of all NOR gates are low if any of the inputs are high. Keep in mind this point, low if any of the inputs are high. This is the symbol for NOR gate. The output is OR gate. We represent as A plus B. NOR gate, A plus B bar. This is the truth table for NOR gate. You can see when both inputs are 0, then output is 1. Otherwise, output is 0. Output is low level. Let's see exclusive OR gate. For easy to write, we use these 3 words instead of writing exclusive OR. You can use one of these 3 words when you write in exclusive OR gate, but keep in mind the operation inside the exclusive OR gate correctly. The exclusive OR gate is a circuit which will give a high output if either but not both of its 2 inputs are high. Keep in mind this highlighted point. This is the truth table for XOR gate. When both input are 0, then output is 0. Both inputs are 1, then output is 0. Otherwise, output is high. Output is 1. This is the symbol for XOR gate. We represent output of XOR gate as this: A, then an encircle plus sign, then B. Our last gate is XNOR gate. The exclusive NOR gate circuit does the opposite to the XOR gate we learned before. It will give a low output if either but not both of its two inputs are high. Keep in mind this highlighted point. This is the truth table for XNOR gate. When both inputs are 0, then output is high. Or both input is high, then output is high. Otherwise, it comes to 0. This is the symbol for XNOR gate. We represent XNOR gate by A, encircle plus sign, B, then bar. Let's see basic laws and theorems of Boolean algebra. This is very important when we simplify the Boolean equations. Here you are given some basic laws and theorems which are involved only a single variable. Operation with 0 and 1. X plus 0, then answer is x. It is not problem. X can be 0 or x can be 1. When x is 1, 1 plus 0, 1. When x is 0, 0 plus 0, 0. Then this is other two laws. X multiplied by x, the answer is x. This means 1 multiplied by 1, the answer is 1. Here 1 plus 1, the answer is 1. And involution law. Here x bar bar. This bar cancel to this bar, then answer is x. That is mean when we take 1 as x, then x bar 0, x bar bar again come to 1. Then laws of complementarity. X plus x bar equal to 1. When x is 1, then x bar is 0. Then 1 plus 0, 1. If x is 0, then x bar come to 1. Then 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Then x dot x bar is equal to 0. When x is 1, then x bar is 0. Then answer is 0. Like that. While watching my video, you can note down these laws in your textbooks. It is easy to solve equation until you are familiar with these laws. Many of the laws of ordinary algebra, such as the commutative and associative laws, also apply to Boolean algebra. Commutative laws. There are two laws: x y equal to yx and x plus y equal to y plus x. Then associative laws. There are two associative laws and the distributive laws. Not only this course, but also you will be able to learn these laws under the ordinary algebra in your math course units. It is necessary to mention the laws which you use in the brackets when you simplify the Boolean equations. So you should note down these three laws in your textbook. It will be easy to use when you simplify the equation. In addition to the ordinary distributive law, a second distributive law is valid for Boolean algebra but not for ordinary algebra. That means second distributive law is not valid for math. You can check by substitute some values to x, y, z. Homework 1. Try to prove the second distributive law. Send your answer to my email address. I can check your answers. My email address is harshacademy@gmail.com. This is homework 2. Try to prove the following theorems are useful in simplifying Boolean expressions. Send your answer to my email address. I can check your answers. Now I teach you theorem 1 in your homework. It is very easy to verify. You can come to this step using distributive law. Then y plus y bar equal to 1, laws of complementarity. Now x dot 1 equal to x using operation with 1. Or using truth table, you can verify the theorem. You can draw the truth table and give inputs to x and y as this, then y bar, then xy bar, and xy plus xy bar. Now 1, 1, then 1, and 1, 1, here 1. Now 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, otherwise it's 0, and x is same. Now you see this column and this column are equal. So the theorem is verified. Now I teach another example. Theorem 6 in your homework. Using operation with 1, we can convert this to this form. Then operation with 1, we know x plus 1 equal to 1. So 1 replaced by x plus 1. Now we can multiply y dot 1 y, then yx plus xy bar. Now we can take out x. Then y plus y bar equal to 1. X dot 1 equal to x. Here we use laws of complementarity. Now our theorem is verified. Another way, we can use truth table like this to verify our theorem. Now I teach you very important theorem, De Morgan's theorem. The inverse or complement of any Boolean expression can easily be found by applying the following theorems, which are frequently referred to as De Morgan's law. There are two De Morgan's law. First one and second one. You can use both design and design for representing complement as your desires, but you should use one symbol for solving one problem. You can use this as x complement or x bar or y complement or y bar. Let's see De Morgan's law. You should note down this proof while understanding the laws we use to simplify. Here in the proof, verify that a plus b plus a bar b bar equal to 1. And also you should remember complementary law, x plus x bar equal to 1. Now we verify that a plus b dot a bar b bar equal to 0. When you note down, understand step by step the laws. Then the second complementary law is x dot x bar equal to 0. Using 1 and 2, it's verified that a plus b complement equal to a bar b bar. That means our theorem is verified. You can verify second De Morgan's law as same. Let's see equivalence operation for exclusive or and exclusive no. First one, exclusive no, equivalence operation, and second one, exclusive or. Think to verify the theorem by substitute value to both sides. You can do yourself. Let's see how to verify equivalence operation of exclusive OR. This is the truth table for exclusive OR. When one of input is equal to high, then output is 1, not both. Exclusive OR can be expressed in terms of AND and OR. Because exclusive operation output of exclusive equal 1, x is 0 and y is 1, or x is 1 and y is 0. We can write it as like this. The first term in A is 1 if x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. The second term is 1 if x equal to 1 and y equal to 0. Alternatively, we can derive equation 1 by observing that output of exclusive OR equal 1 if x equal 1 or y equal 1 and x and y are not both 1. Thus, we can write out as this. Then, using De Morgan's law, we can convert this to this. Then, we can multiply x dot x bar equal to 0. Then, x y bar. Then y x bar. Then y dot y bar equal to 0. Now, we can come with this answer. And also, we can write complement of exclusive OR, that means exclusive NOR, as this. Complement of exclusive OR. We can write the output of exclusive NOR as this, and this come to this form. How? Think and use De Morgan's theorem to come with this answer. This represents equivalence operation of exclusive NOR. Let's see another way to prove equivalence operation for exclusive OR and exclusive NOR. Stop the video and try to understand yourself this equivalence circuit. All steps are mentioned in the slide. If you have any problems regarding this equivalence circuit, if you have any doubts, please contact me. This is the exclusive NOR. This is same as exclusive OR. Try to understand. Let's see algebraic simplification method. Simplify the below equation. Now you should remember the theorems we learned before very well. If you are not familiar with theorems, until you are familiar, please note down the theorems in your textbook. First one, De Morgan's theorem. Using De Morgan's theorem, we can convert this term to this. Now A bar bar, that means A double complement. Then answer is A. Using involution law. Then using distributive law, we can remove the brackets. Then laws of complementarity, this term come to 0. Then A bar dot A equal to 0. Then this term is cancelled. Now using distributive law, we can join this term and this term. Then here this term come to this using basis simplification law. Now when join this term and this term using distributive law, due to laws of complementarity, A bar plus A equal to 1. Then B bar C plus A bar D bar B plus C. This is the answer for this equation. Now you can draw logic diagrams for the output. Let's see the another example. Let's find the initial Boolean expression for the circuit in and then use the logic identities, logic Boolean algebra theorems to come up with a circuit that requires a fewer gates. Now we stop the video and write Boolean expression for output. We can write Boolean expression as this. Here input is this OR gate A and B. Then output is A plus B. Now B, then output is B bar. Then C, this is AND gate, then output is B dot C. Now the output of this gate is A plus B dot B bar. Then this is 3 input OR gate. One input is output of this AND gate. That means A plus B dot B bar. Then second input is B bar. Then third input is B dot C. Now we can simplify this equation. Let's try your O1 and then continue the video. Now using distributive law, we can simplify this equation as this. Then B dot B bar equal to 0 using law of complementarity. Now we can write B bar as B bar dot 1. Now we can join these two terms using distributive law. Now A plus 1 equal to 1. B dot 1 equal to B bar. Then B dot C. Now using simplification theorem, we can write this term as this, B bar plus C. This is the simplest circuit for example 2. Let's see another example. Find the initial Boolean expression for above circuit. Now A, output A bar, C, C bar. Now the output of NAND gate equal to A bar dot C bar bar. This is 3 input AND gate. The output is one input is output of this NAND gate. The other one is A. The other input is B bar. Now output is this AND gate is A dot B bar dot A bar dot C bar bar. The output of this AND gate is A dot B dot C. Now this is the OR gate. So the output of this OR gate is ABC plus A B bar A bar C bar bar. Let's see how to simplify the expression. Now you can use to simplify this term to this using De Morgan's theorem. Now using involution theorem, double complement is cancelled. Then answer is A plus C. Now let's try to find hidden simplification steps and come with this answer. You can send me your answer and check it. Let's see combinational and sequential circuit. Digital electronic circuits are divided into two groups, combinational and sequential. Then let's see what is combinational circuit. Output condition depends only present combination of inputs. Highlight at this point in your notebook. The logic gate is the most basic building block of combinational logic because its output depends on only present combination of inputs. The other one, sequential circuits. Output condition depend on present input combination and previous output combinations. The example is flip-flops. Don't worry if you are not familiar with flip-flops, you will learn later. Keep in mind. Thank you for joining with Harshi Academy. Let's meet with your part 3 in Digital Electronics TTL family. If you are interested in my video, please press the subscribe button and then press the bell icon. If you have any doubts or any problems regarding digital electronics, then send me an email. Thank you.